justice. This is Studio 4.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Studio 4 on this Friday, Junior. I am joined by my good friend, Mr. Chip Chandler, the entertainment guru over at Panhandle PBS. Andy is out this afternoon, and he is my special guest co-host for the day. So thanks for being here, my friend.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah. So if you don't already, you should check him out over at panhandlepbs.org/play here.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. So I think you, first of all, I think you have the coolest job of anybody.
I do. I get to tell everybody what's going on all around town and the whole area.
Yeah.
And to get to celebrate the fantastic entertainers, arts groups, nonprofit groups, all these people that are making Amarillo and the area fun to live in.
I think you've done I think you've been really essential in furthering the live music scene here and the entertainment.
I love the music.
I mean, you've done such a good job, and you're such an important part of our community. So we're glad you're. You know what? Also, though, do you ever get tired of having to go to watch all of the movies?
I go to a few. I go to what movies I want to.
You do?
Yeah. I'm going to be watching a little bit more. I'm in a national critics group now, so I'm going to have to watch a lot of screeners and things like that to vote.
Yes, that's the thing.
I just got my first email yesterday with the screener links to seeing all these things on Hulu.
Yeah.
But I already paid for my Hulu, so I didn't need that, but it was exciting anyway. So all the Oscar movies, maybe I get a chance to see them on screeners without having to bust behind me to get out to the theater.
What have you seen recently that you're like, you got to go?
Hereditary is already left. It's going to be on. If it's not on VOD already, it will be soon.
Hereditary?
Out.
It did?
Oh my gosh, it was so good. 8th Grade was probably one of the most recent fantastic movies I saw. It was here for a week. Bo Burnham, he's a YouTube comic. He wrote and directed it. It's about this 8th grade girl into the school year, just awkward and
I've heard it's so
painful.
Good. Yes.
So good. So real and so good. Yeah.
It's very true, I think, and that's why people are really doing really enjoying it so much.
But I was a very awkward 8th grade kid anyway, and the PTSD.
I love. Is there a TV show that you're loving right now too?
You know, I've been catching up on Handmaid's Tale season 2.
Oh my gosh, hello.
Oh my gosh, yeah, it's a slow one. I have to pace myself on that one for sure. I'm looking forward to some interesting ones in the fall. So I'm just trying to clear my TiVo to make room.
You do. Yeah. It's your job.
Not so much. I love PBS television shows the most.
Shout out.
But I can watch those at work.
Right, exactly. One thing, you mentioned PBS. Y'all are doing something really cool right now with reading. Can you kind of talk about it a little bit?
So cool. Our national initiative, national effort this year is called the Great American Read.
Yeah.
And it's encouraging people who love to read, encouraging people to try out reading if they haven't done it in a while. They've surveyed 3,000 or more people around the country to pick out the 100 favorite books in America.
Yeah.
It's all fiction books, no nonfiction, no biographies, nothing like that, just fiction books. And it really totally runs the gamut. Like Don Quixote, I think, is the oldest book, up through 50 Shades of Grey.
Well. And that certainly does run the gamut, doesn't it?
It really does, doesn't it? So you can vote once a day, every day at pbs.org for your favorite book. And locally, we've taken that list of 100, and with our partners at Amarillo College and the Amarillo Public Library, Friends of the Amarillo Public Library, and Harrington Library Consortium, we voted on the 100 and took it down to 64.
And did you do a bracket?
And we've got a March Madness bracket.
I love a bracket, Chip.
Right?
Yes, I love it.
So we've just finished the voting for the 32 round.
Okay.
So we'll announce the bracket for the Sweet 16 on Monday. And then you can vote on that for a week and a half on our Facebook page. Every time you vote, you're entered to win a gift package from our sponsors at Barnes & Noble and from the Great American Read merchandise that we have. We will announce the Great Panhandle Read a couple of days after PBS's Great American Read is announced.
That's really fun.
And September 11th, they'll come back on PBS with a recap of the 100 books that were chosen on September 11th, and then beginning September 18th for 6 weeks, or 5 weeks, they'll do different thematic episodes.
Cool.
Who Am I? Heroes, Villains, and Monsters.
Neat.
And they've interviewed all these celebrities and all these authors. One episode goes from Shaquille O'Neal to Seth Meyers. And the coolest thing is that Shanna Peoples, the 2015 National Teacher of the Year from Amarillo, is one of the experts that they interviewed.
Oh my gosh, how neat.
It is so cool. She was on this panel of 13 that helped cull that list of 100 to decide between ties into voting and to really make sure it was the most diverse list as possible as far as authors and genre and subject matter and even youth YA books versus adult books,
Yeah.
making the list as broad as possible. Shannon was one of the people that helped do that. So they've interviewed her, and she appears in all of the episodes.
That's cool.
Yeah, even the first
So
episode,
neat.
the recap, she's in there for like a half a second, but I watched it today and heard her voice like, oh,
That's so neat. That's really cool.
Really cool.
Okay,
That starts
so
September 11th.
we'll look out for that on September 11th. Okay, I want to talk about a few things trending today.
Okay.
Are you ready, Chip?
I'm ready.
Okay, buckle up. So you heard this story about tennis, right?
Yes.
U.S. Open organizers expressing regret for the way French tennis player Alizé Cornet was treated for briefly taking off her shirt on the court. Did you see this? It was
I heard about it,
very
yeah.
hot in New York City right now. They're taking like a 10-minute heat break between sets. So she went off the court, came back on, realized that her shirt was inside out. She turned around and changed it out. She was immediately handed a code violation by the chair umpire. The incident led to a storm of criticism on social media, questioning whether sexism was at play. Male players routinely, of course, change their shirts on the court. The U.S. Tennis Association issued a statement. It said that they regret the code violation, and they've clarified the policy to make sure that it doesn't happen again. It noted that, fortunately, she was only assessed a warning and no further penalty or fine. What do you think?
Good. I mean, I assume she had a sports bra on.
Right, she did.
Then
Yeah,
what's the big deal?
What is the big deal?
Yeah.
I agree. I think that's crazy.
It is crazy. It's like the Serena thing with the French Open and
Yes.
her cat suit.
Yes,
that she
and
had
people
to wear
are
for medical reasons.
going crazy about her outfit now too.
Yeah.
You know,
The tutu?
I mean, she's arguably one of the best athletes of our time,
Ever, yeah.
and probably the best female athlete ever as well. Can we not just move on?
Right, exactly.
Must we talk about her outfits?
Well,
I don't know.
I was reading the story today. Why are they still even making them wear skirts?
Yes, I agree.
They're athletes.
Sometimes,
Treat them like an
I mean,
athlete.
sometimes skirts are like more comfortable to play tennis in, you know. But if you don't want to wear a skirt, you don't have to wear a
Yeah,
skirt. I agree.
exactly.
I totally agree. Okay, here's another one. New York Governor Andrew Cuomo and challenger Cynthia Nixon took to the stage for a debate yesterday, but the discussion wasn't the only thing that was heating up. This is interesting. Before the debate, Nixon's campaign requested that the station holding the debate adjust the temperature in the room to 76 degrees. Okay. What do you think?
Okay.
What's your favorite temperature?
70-ish.
70-ish,
Yeah,
see, because
like
you're a
68,
guy,
69.
and see, I
But
can't
I'm not
take
wearing
it.
a skirt. Or
I know.
Yeah.
This is what she's saying. In the email requesting the temperature change, a senior advisor for the campaign said work environments are notoriously sexist when it comes to temperature, so we just want to make sure that we're all on the same page here. The Washington Post reported that a study found in Nature Climate Change shows that thermostats in offices are based off the assumption that the workers are all male. Temperatures are set using formulas that consider clothing and metabolic factors. I am always cold.
Yeah.
All the time.
I hear that from so many of my
I have
female friends
I have
as well.
a snuggie.
Yeah.
I dress for the office, and then I have layers that I peel off to go outside. Isn't that funny?
I've heard it so often before, so yeah, it doesn't surprise
I'm not going to go so far as to say that it's sexist, but it is sort of inconsiderate,
me.
right?
It is inconsiderate, and just this assumption that if it's good for guys, it's good for
Yeah,
everybody.
I know. And that I can't even control the temperature in my house, though. My husband is like constantly, it's so hot in here. I'm like loaded up on coats, blankets, everything, right?
Right.
I don't know. Oh, well. Okay, here's a good one. You're going to like this one, right? Prince Harry stole the show in London on Wednesday night when he burst into song after his charity showing of the U.S. hip-hop musical Hamilton. Take a look.
You say...
That was a number sung by the character of King George III, who happens to be Harry's sixth great-grandfather. The show was held to raise money for the Duke of Sussex Foundation. The charity works with children and young people affected by HIV. You like Prince Harry?
Oh, yeah.
Fan?
Oh, yeah. I woke up early for the wedding.
You did?
Oh, yeah. I had scones. I had tea.
No, you didn't.
I did.
Of course you did.
I did.
Chip
yeah.
Chandler. I'm glad I
I'm a
know
huge
you.
fan of him.
Yeah.
And to sing that particular song that his sixth great grandfather sings in the show, and he's clearly the main villain of the piece. Such a great sense of humor about it, and I love it. I'm dying to see the show.
Have you
anyway.
seen it?
No, but I
haven't?
have the recording memorized.
I love it.
And then, but to see that night, oh, what a cool night!
It'd be
What a
good.
cool night for
So
that.
cool.
Yeah.
All right, Chip's going to stick around because when we come back, he's going to talk about the real reason he's here. The weekend is almost here. It's going to be a great time to listen to some music. Up next, Chip's going to go over all the details